What's up everyone, this is Soul Reaper, and in this video I want to go and discuss the new heavy weapons class in Borderlands 3, as well as some of the weapons that will be seen that are in it. It goes without saying that Gearbox has cranked up the unique features of each manufacturer, and that is certainly still the case when it comes to this category. Heavy weapons will be replacing rocket launchers. That doesn't go to say that rocket launchers are disappearing, rather they're going to become one weapon within a larger category. So first of all, let's take a look at the evidence behind the supposed change, some of the new weapons confirmed for this category, and potentially those that are still to come. So speculation around this change first came about when a new ammo indicator was spotted throughout different gameplay previews. And since then we've been able to see exactly what it's called thanks to Lazy Data, who showed off the purchasable storage deck upgrade for Marcus in one of his streams. So as you can see here, even though the image there is still a rocket launcher, it has in fact been changed to heavy ammo. And looking at some of the weapons that fall into this class, it makes sense why. First on the list of heavy weapons are Torgue manufactured rocket launchers. These seem to be the most similar to previous rocket launchers in Borderlands games and focus on what Torgue does best, explosions. There is a question around the area of the new sticky bullets that apply to Torgue weapons and whether or not that will also apply to the rocket launchers. I'm of the mindset that Torgue rockets won't change too much from what we've seen in the past. Perhaps if they do, it'll only be in a way that causes even bigger explosions. Next on the list we have Vladov manufactured weapons, which will now consist of light machine guns that also have an alternate firing mode. These alternate firing modes will come in the underbarrel attachments like RPGs and seemingly elemental grenade launchers. Furthermore, if you take a look at this gameplay still, there seems to be some sort of radiation explosive being shot from the weapon. The next manufacturer, which I am of the impression will end up being the most unique with their heavy weapons, is the COV. Now the COV will have flamethrowers, or better yet, I should say elemental throwers, because they don't only just come in fire, but can come into other elements like radiation, cryo, corrosion, or shock. This new take on your typical flamethrower is one addition that I think will be great for the game and make it that much more unique than any others. On top of that, there have also been some other unique weapons that look to be of COV origin. This one in particular seems to be shooting saw blades and was seen back in the official reveal trailer, which at this point is now 4 months old. Besides these unique weapons though, the COV will also still feature traditional launchers that we all know and love. But some of you may have realized that not all of these COV weapons are exactly shooting rockets. Well again, this is likely the reason why they changed the ammo to heavy ammo, and my assumption is that when it comes to elemental throwers, it'll be something like one heavy ammo has a conversion rate of 100 flamethrower fuel or elemental thrower fuel. As for the saw blades, it may very well likely just be that it's a 1-for-1 conversion. Moving on, Atlas will have a homing rocket launcher. These rockets pursue enemies and are fired in clusters. More specifically, Atlas heavy weapons seem to be shoulder-mounted missile pods with a targeting laser that allows for in-flight aim adjustments. Whether they'll have more to offer remains to be seen, but one thing that I notice as a thing of a concern is the potential fire rate. If you have to constantly aim the missile when aren't allowed to continually fire, then there's a clear issue when it comes to fire rate if you have to wait for one rocket to explode before being able to even reload for the next. At this point we're left with Jacobs, Dahl, and Hyperion, who either never made rocket launchers or stopped after Borderlands 1. On top of that there's also Malawan and Tedior, companies that made rocket launchers in Borderlands 2, but we've yet to see their rocket launchers making a return for Borderlands 3. In terms of Malawan, this comes as a surprise considering the bigger focus on elemental weapons, but this is also the first game which they made shotguns, and for the time being, it's possible that their rocket launchers have taken a back seat to give their shotguns more of an emphasis. Looking at Tedior, their design for Borderlands 3 seems to be focused greatly on their SMGs and the unique reload features that their guns offer. With this in mind, it's very possible that developers simply decided to scrap their heavy weapons entirely and focus on their other guns instead. On top of that, Tedior weapons use either a full magazine or rocket when reloading in previous games. With such a small ammo capacity, it might have just made more sense to get rid of Tedior's heavy weapons entirely. But anyways guys, that's going to be it for the video. If you found the video informative and saw something you might have not seen before, be sure to leave a like. Let me know down in the comment section which heavy weapon you're looking forward to using most in Borderlands 3. Subscribe for more content in the future, and I will see you next time.